Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a no-code challenge. We're going to be creating a mobile app from scratch and putting it on the App Store within 30 minutes or so, which is crazy. I've made like 5 mobile apps in my life and they all take me months and months and months. But now with AI, you can do it in such a short amount of time. So if you have an idea you think it might be $1 million idea, now is the time to push for it. Go, even if you don't have any coding knowledge, you can kind of figure it out. It's all very simple, but there are some prerequisites like figuring out what it is that makes up, a mobile app. Like what are the prerequisites that you need to have to actually make one of these things? And that used to be a pretty big curve. And once you figure, that now it's a small step, you just figure out what you need. You tell AI what to do and you can make an app from scratch. You just basically have to prompt the AI and tell it exactly what you want it to do. If there's a problem, then you need it to basically fix that problem, but you have to identify how that problem's occurring. So it's a lot easier than it used to be, but it still requires some effort. But I want to get into it. I think we're going to make it in Expo. We're going to use Expo for the mobile app framework, which will use JavaScript. I believe I don't necessarily want to use TypeScript for this example, but we're going to be working in Visual Studio Code. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. We'll do this, and it looks like we need to install some packages. So we'll click yes. And what name do we want to call the app? We'll call it Motivation Daily. Enter that. Can't see. It's installing. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to be using Github Copilot, which is a paid subscription, but I mean, I've used it for months now, and vibe coding instead of actually coding is so fun. It is addicting, and anybody can do it. That's the craziest thing. I can invite somebody over, they can type in a prompt, and you'll have whatever you want. It's crazy. And with Expo, it also starts you off with a mobile app that you can basically ship, but essentially it gives you a setup, a framework that has a couple of pages, has some simple navigation, which you'll need. Most likely you're not watching this video as a brand new person that wants to, learn how to code. Most likely you have some idea of what coding's all about. So looks like we need to CD into it. CD Motivation Daily. And then we'll do npm run iOS, which looks like it's starting up the Metro bundler. It's opening it up in the Expo Go app. I wonder if it's going to open it up in the simulator. I think it might. So once this loads, we're going to just start. The idea is basically for this example, we're going to make a motivational app that gives us a daily motivational quote whenever we prompt it to. So basically it's going to have a simple button, a query basically look at that. Popped up with the simulator. Let's go ahead and throw this over here. Throw this here. Throw this here. So now we have a simulator ready to rock and roll. As you can see, it has some simple navigation right here. And this app is ready to rock and roll. So actually, I want to move my head out of the way because I can't see. Let's actually put you over here. It's just eating into my time. Let's put you over here. Let's put you over here. And we will make you smaller. Okay. Now we can see everything. So now we have this app. We have the code ready to rock and roll. We're CD'd into it. Let's open it up in our repository. We're going to call it's called Motivation Daily. Right there. Open. All right, so we're finally in the code. Took a couple of seconds, but that's okay. We have our Copilot here, and we have some basic, structure here from the app. And basically, this is the whole thing. So we have some tabs. It's kind of intuitive. You have tabs there. You have the index for the tab. You have the layout. So with Expo and React Native, it's pretty intuitive if you've, coded in JavaScript or anything before. But if you're brand new to this, it's going to take a little bit of time to learn it. But essentially, if you have an idea, there's no faster way than to, go on, Replit if it's like a website that you want to build. But if it's a mobile app, I highly recommend learning a little bit and getting into this. So essentially what you can do is you can add, these different files. We'll just go ahead and add all of them. And since it's such a small amount of code, it can handle it. We'll say modify this starter application to be an AI motivational AI driven daily motivational message app. I don't know. It doesn't have to be super specific, but we'll say I only want one page and I want it to be slick and professional. Let's start with that. Because a lot of times if you take it step by step, it works a lot better. So let's see here. Sorry, I don't have enough information to provide. Rerun without, use new. Hold on. Rerun without. Modify the application to create a slick, professional, AI-driven daily motivation machine. Oh no, it's on ask. So, okay, problem here. Let's take this, cancel this. We need to be on the edit mode here. Changing yes, that's fine. Let's add in our files back. And the ask mode's really cool, but the edit mode actually does the magic, and we can actually watch it work. We're going to sit back, kick back, and relax while it rocks and rolls. It's making some changes to the layout.tsx. At the moment, that's wild. You can actually watch it change things all at once. And then whenever it's done working, we'll just press save on all the files and it will show up here in our simulator. It's going to be amazing. I'm assuming that it actually took out one of the tabs because I think we're only going to need one tab. Right now it's working in the index.tsx file. So it is TypeScript. We're working in TypeScript, not JavaScript. And it is just rock and rolling. So, we're going to see, what this is going to spit out. It's pretty wild. What a day to be alive. But I guess while it's working, we can kind of go through. I think what we're going to do is plug in OpenAI, to have ChatGPT make this, the actual quotes. So it looks like there's an error. So what we're going to do is just copy, plug that right back in there and say, buddy, you need to fix that. And so it says, solution for blah, blah, blah. Like, I didn't even look at that. That's amazing. Look at this. It's whipping out some quotes of Steve Jobs, Eleanor Roosevelt, Steve Jobs, Theodore Roosevelt, Confucius. We could actually make it hard coded and maybe not use the OpenAI right away. We could just put this out in the App Store. We want to get a little MVP out there. It can even add in like Stripe payments now that Apple doesn't require you to have, payments directly from Apple. You can actually, let's see, did it fix it? Didn't fix it. What happened? Cannot find that module. Display loading indicator. Let's create motivational. Cannot find that module. Let's see, does it exist? It does exist. Maybe it just needs to. Well, it's actually the errors. It's there, so let's see here. Maybe it just needs to get reset. Message is right there. Okay. I don't know what was wrong with it, but nothing was wrong. Now let's save it and we will refresh. Let's keep those changes, keep, and see what happens. Let's see. Where is my terminal? Where's my terminal? New terminal? Did we lose the terminal? How weird. Supposed to restart. Daily motivation. Look at that. How unreal. Look at that. So then I can do a new inspiration. It can load in. It's just a random loader. It doesn't actually load in anything, but you can plug in stuff right away. That's already amazing. Now what we're going to say is we're going to say, take this entire application to the next level and make it look extremely professional and slick. Like, I'm not going to touch this code at all. And it's going to whip up a really cool app. And it's been, I don't know, 10 minutes right now since I started this video. And we really have only been in the code for about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. And it's already whipping up something that's decent looking. And, it needs to get rid of this up here. We can probably tell it to do that. But essentially what we're going to do after this is we're going to have to make the App Store assets, which is a horrible pain. But there's this new site called Assets AI, which is really cool. We're going to go in there. We're going to whip up those assets using that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go and put this on the App Store. And it's going to be within 25, 30 minutes. So once we get a couple more of these edits up in there, we're going to have a brand new app on the App Store. It's going to be pretty cool. And then we can just continue to make changes to it, which is amazing. So once this is done updating, hopefully it's good enough to basically ship, for MVP, for something extremely simple like this daily motivational app. So as it's making changes, it's updating in real time, which means like there are problems that happen whenever it updates in real time, which is fine. And now this is going to work. It's going to make this work with it. Oh, it looks like we had to upgrade and add in Expo linear gradient, which I'm not sure if we actually have that. We'll probably need to put that into our or our package.json because we don't actually have that package. But you know what? While this is working, let's go over to Assets AI and we will create an icon for our app. We're going to say it's called, our app is called Daily Motivation. And it is used for people who are big into self-help and motivational style learnings, loves wisdom, loves wisdom, loves to improve themselves. It could be anything. So let's go with that. We can make kind of a cool one. We could do flat. That's fine. Let's throw in some cool colors. I don't know. What do we want our colors to be? I feel like blue is not bad, actually. We'll do black, maybe in like a light blue, lightish blue. And we'll just create this icon. Let's see what it spits out. And while that's rolling, oh wow, look at this. All kinds of red. What's going on here? So icon symbol does not exist. Let's throw this back in there. Let's get that to work. I mean, we're getting after it. We're basically making this AI thing work for us while we're basically the director. We're moving all these pieces around. We're kind of making everything happen all at once. We're not even really working. We're just kind of saying, hey, we like this. We don't like this. And that's it. So you could sit here for, a couple of hours and really dial in and see it fix it. That's beautiful. Let's fix this. It looks like we need to actually install this package, which is fine. That's no problem. Let's go npx. Let's do it here. npx install linear gradient, and that's ripping. And then we have here, that's good. What are we missing here? Linear gradient doesn't have colors, or it's read only. That's weird. Let's do that. Let's see what this spit out. I don't like that one. Let's do it again. Oh, I didn't add any color. That's why. Let's do that. And let's go back. All right, that's fixed. What is wrong here? Oh, it's fixing that too. Thank gosh. Maybe not. There's one thing left. Here we go. I don't know what any of that means. We're just gonna plug it back in there, see what it spits out. So yeah, it's basically just a waiting game here. Let's see which AI is faster. I'm excited to see what this spits out. Mood selector. It added a mood selector? That's crazy. Whoa. What is this even going to be? Maybe we just created a monster. No, it's not. Refresh. Unable to resolve module. Inspiration PNG. Doesn't exist. There's no such thing. Let's find this. We don't have pictures. One color gradient background to look good without it. Beautiful. It's handling that. That's cool. Okay. This ain't bad. Let's download that. That'll be our icon. And then what we're going to have to do, we'll just put it on the App Store, and we'll do, our app is Daily Motivation. This gives you daily motivational quotes that make your life better. It is for self-improvement and self-help. That's fine. We can add our branding colors again. What do we do? Let's do black, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that one. Add another color. Let's find that blue again. It was like up there. It's like that one. And then we need to get a couple of screenshots. Okay, here we go. We got our daily motivation, ripping, Buddha. This is our feeling. So let's get rid of the top part. It is unnecessary. Or let's just say make the UI look better. Make the UI look better. and more professional. I mean, we're hammering on the marble right now. We're about to make a statue of David in 30 minutes or less. I mean, this is going to be sick. I mean, honestly, it took me so long just to get to this point. Like the fact that it has managed state, you can look and it added, context to my app that I didn't even think about. Now it's doing looks like, it's like a flat list here. I can do new inspiration, which is like changing it out. Looks like I can send it to somebody. That's pretty cool. This is powered by AI, which I suppose it is. I'm not sure why the flat list is this big, but let's see here. I'm not sure. It looks like I'm not sure what this whole padding is up here. So hopefully it changes that. Improves typography, hierarchy, and spacing. Add subtle animations and transitions. That's pretty cool. Refine the color palette for better visual harmony. Add professional polishes like better shadows and visual effects. I don't know if it's actually changing it. Maybe I need to be more specific. So let's see here. This is where kind of having a decent idea of what's going on in code without, well, let's see. Okay, it changed the index there. I'm assuming that this flat list here is actually a flat list or a scroll view. It's a scroll view there. Status bar, that's fine. What does this container styles look like? Flex of 1, header container, heights 280. We're actually going to make that a lot less. We're going to make it like, I don't even want that thing. Like 100. Let's see. No, that's the right thing. Oh, maybe that was this part? That's so crazy. I don't even know, because it's in the scroll view. Looks like the scroll view has like a padding top that we need to fix real quick. But once this is done, for the sake of the video, I'm just going to basically take you all the way to fruition here and get this app on the App Store in under hopefully 7 minutes left of the 30 minutes that we have in this video, which is crazy. Shoot, what's broken? What's broken now? Padding bottom. Do we already have a padding bottom or something? We do. Don't need that. Okay, we're back. We're back. Okay. Cool. Changes, different stuff. Nice. Whatever. You obviously can make yours look way better and, do with it as you please. For Expo apps, what you need to do is MPX rebuild, MPX Expo pre-build, I believe. Dash clean. Let's do that. Yeah. Just commit this. Add vid. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Do a private repo. Publish private. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Oops. Cancel. And we'll do continue with any changes. Yeah. Just go. All right, so it's pre-building, and then we're going to put it on the App Store, which is nuts. But we need to basically let's take some screenshots here, throw it down here into our downloads so that we can use it in our Assets AI. That's cool. And once that's done pre-building, it'll be ready to rock. So let's throw these screenshots in here. And then what we'll do is we will say this is the home screen for daily motivation, and this is one of the quotes. This is another quote. Basically telling it what's going on in these screenshots so that the thing can work well. So let's generate these assets and we'll pre-build this baby. That's done. That's huge. Now let's go to Xcode. Xcode. And we'll try to open a new one, which it just pre-built. We want to do daily motivation daily. I think that's what I named this one. iOS. I think it's the Xcode works. Might be the branch. Is it the branch? No, it's the workspace. Shoot. Open. Motivation daily. This one. Workspace. Yep. All right. Then what we'll do is we will go sign in capabilities. We're going to go key technology, which is mine. Update that provisioning profile. All right. And then what we're going to do is go and archive our product. And basically it's building, archiving, and let's see what this spit out. All right. Got our App Store assets. I'll export that. That's going to allow that. So now we have these App Store assets ready to rock. Pretty solid actually for being so cheap. Look at that. It has like a background of like somebody getting smarter like in the world. Dope. Used our colors perfectly. Actually, that is so cool. I'll just save that for later actually too. So now let's wait for Xcode to be done. Wow. I mean, this is insane. We're about to be done in under 30 minutes, creating an entire app with the App Store assets, ready to rock and roll and put on the App Store, which I have ready to rock over here. I could like eat some chips or something right now. Like we're done. This is it. We have our App Store assets. We have a decent app for 20 minutes of work. Honestly, all you needed was the GitHub Copilot subscription, assetsai.org for the assets, and a decent idea using Expo. I didn't even code anything. I think I installed one package outside of what the AI was doing, and we're done. Like that's it. And now we have an app that we can throw in the App Store in 25 minutes. This is unheard of. Like I'm honestly kicking myself for taking the time to learn how to code as much as I did, because this is crazy fast. I have old mobile apps out there that if I used this method, like they would look so much better than what they did. And they took me like years to do because I taught myself from YouTube videos and whatnot. And now AI just whips it up for you. And it's like, if you run into problems, like you can look up how to solve that specific problem that the AI can't finish, and then you're done. So once this is done building, which honestly, this is taking up more time than we actually did with the coding. Like that build succeeded, distribute the App Store. Your app must be registered with App Store Connect before it can be uploaded. Okay. Creating the app record creation error. Hold on. Your app must be registered with the App Store Connect before it can be uploaded. Xcode will create an app record with the following. What's wrong with that? Creating app record. App record do request containing an attribute. The app name you entered is already being used. Oh, okay. If you have trademark rights. Okay. Name. So let's just do Motivation Daily app vid. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So we didn't have the rights to that name. It's pretty wild. Oh, it's not that wild, actually. Motivation Daily probably is super famous for something, and I tried stealing it right there, so that makes sense. But yeah, we just hit the 30-minute mark, and we have an app getting ready to go up on the App Store. Then all that's left is to plug in the assets that we have into the App Store Connect, and then it's live. It just has to go into app review. And then once Apple reviews it, and it's like a 2 megabyte app, not 2 megabytes, but super small mobile app that Apple's going to pass it right away. There's no logging information. There's no crazy authentication, and that all can be added using AI. But once this is done uploading, I'll show you guys how to put it into the App Store Connect with the assets. And it is done. Don't worry about that. We're done there. Let's refresh here. Come on, Apple. All right. Here we go. Apple's loading. There it is. Motivation Daily, app vid. We can throw this in here. Here's our screenshots that we'll need. We will throw those right in there. Oh, that was the wrong one. Choose phone. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And now we have those. We can add it for review, and we're done. Can you believe that? Well, thanks for watching. I hope that this kind of gives you guys the motivation to go out there and just build your own mobile app. We used 3 things. We used Expo as a framework. We used Copilot, and we used Assets AI. Check out this no-code stack. Get your app on the App Store. Dive in, take that $1 billion idea, that mobile app that you have, and just get after it. I wish you guys all the best, and I hope that everything is good. All right. Thanks.